Hi guys, welcome to another Alice lesson. Now this lesson we're going to go over on lists. So what a list is, the meaning is basically in the name itself. If you remember from variables, from when I taught you about variables, well, remember how there were like different variable types, boolean, object, string? And if you looked carefully at the bottom right, there was string. So let me show you quickly right here. The bottom, there's these different types, and then the bottom here is make a list. Well, when we make a list, we have to choose a certain type. So it's a list of that certain type. So it could be a list of booleans, a list of objects, a list of strings, and a list of numbers, and so much more. So we're going to do objects. So let's just add any object you want. Add instance to one. I don't feel like dragging. Alright, so now we'll copy this, we'll clone it, and then we'll clone it again. You can clone it as many times if you want, if you're that serious of a programmer, but I'm not going to do that. And now let's go create a new method in the world. I'm going to call it funky AI. And now let's go create a brand new variable, but instead we're going to do a list. So we're going to call this penguins. Let's do object, and we're going to make a list. So we'll do new item, and we'll do penguin, and then we'll do another new item for penguin 2, and then another new item for penguin 3. Now notice that when you added new items, it didn't start from 1, it started from 0. In programming, it always starts from 0, it never starts from 1. And if you find one that starts with 1, make sure you tell me, because I never knew that. But as far as I'm aware of, all programming languages always start with 0. So if you have 5 objects, it doesn't start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It sounds like there should be only 4 numbers, but it's 5 numbers, 5 objects. It just starts from 0. It's just different. Alright, it's like basically a new language. It's just a different way. Alright, so it's easy to get used to. So if like there's 3 objects, it stops at 2. Alright, and now we need to use these statements right here, for all in order for all together. These are statements we didn't go over on before. So let's go over them. Let's drag this in, go to expressions, and we see there's a list. You could create another new list, but why do that? You already have one right here. So we'll use that one. And now what this will do is basically for every single object in the penguins list, so penguin, penguin 2, and penguin 3, it will all do the code within here, but one at a time, in order. In the order it was put in the list. So we'll have the penguins move up half a meter, and then we'll have the penguins move. Why did that not work? Move down. Alright, move down half a meter. We're gonna make it really fast. So we'll do the duration of not 4, 1. Okay, and now duration of 0.1. And now let's go see what happens. But of course nothing's gonna happen because we did not drag this to the world. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Alright, so basically we restart it. You can see that they all they all do the same thing, but if you remember, right here, this was the first one, this was the second, and this was the third. So it did each and every single one in order. So watch again. And you'll see it does the same code in order. And that's what's really nice about lists, is because you don't have to do a bunch of code for the same thing over and over again. Like if you have 20 objects, you can just put them in a nice big list. Alright, it's a lot of work, but in the end, it's just really, really nice. And now let's go do for all together. Now basically, if you are a really good person who can inference things really well, then you'll probably know that instead of doing each object from penguins one at a time, it'll do all the objects from the penguins list together. Alright, so we'll have them turn left one whole revolution, and then we'll have them roll right one whole revolution. Now let's go see what happens. They jump, turn, and roll. See, at first, one at a time they jumped, and then at the end, they rolled and turned together. Alright, so that's basically how you use lists. But if you're one of those people who really like messing around and you create a new parameter and you're all like, oh, look, I can make a list right here. Well, here's the thing. When you make a list in the parameters, you have to create another list in the world. So let me show you. Number, we're going to do height. Let's just do height. Make a list. Alright, and then we'll drag this here. We'll do first item from list. And then we'll do first item from list. And now let's go drag this out and see what happens. When we drag this in, there's none. So we have to create a new list. And there you go. We have to create another new list. So we'll just call this number. We'll just make it a number. We'll only do one. Alright, and then look. World.funky.ai, and the height is the world.number. So that means that list isn't a number. So if you want to make a list in the parameters, you have to make another one in the variable. Alright, so I don't know how you guys are gonna do that, but if you find out, please tell me. I would like to know. But basically, now you know how to use lists. So basically, you're gonna use lists mostly here. But if if you're really smart, you're really that smart, and you like to use lists from parameters, then go ahead and make sure you tell me, because I would like to know that. So that is all for this lesson. Hopefully it helped you guys a lot, and I'll be getting ready for the next lesson. So rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.